Hi, welcome to Planet Mojo. I'm going to take a little walk about here and assess what kind of stuff I got to do tomorrow. Today, I pruned all these upper vines, sprayed the vineyard, weeded all the gardens, a bunch of miscellaneous stuff, fertilized, stuff like that. This is the vineyard prunings just from these upper vines, these couple vines. You'll see the prunings from the entire vineyard along the walk. This area hasn't changed a whole lot. I'm hoping to get in here tomorrow. I'm getting things ready to burn tomorrow. But I got, 7 hours in on the gardening and miscellaneous side jobs here today. And so far I've been on my normal job for 6 hours. So I got to do a walkabout and kind of make a list of what I need to get done tomorrow. Now there's one thing right there. I got some rubber mulch that I need to get into the pet cemetery, and I need to spray glyphosate in there as well. This is part of what will soon be prairie. This whole side of this hill, it's already been sprayed with glyphosate, and some of the stuff hasn't died back yet, or maybe it won't. So I got to get in here. I'm going to keep knocking this back, and then I'll do the same thing in the spring. And then I'll be planting little blue stem. Well, actually, I'll be planting a big mix. Little blue stem, Indian grass. Not sure if I'll plant big blue stem. This is the lower dry lot, and there's posts in right there. There's going to be a fence there. That's not on my task for tomorrow, but you can see this road right through here now will connect and go off that way with our new land. So we are now connected right from the dry lot with a nice long, I guess it's approaching, well, it's at least a quarter mile to the far end, but it'll make a nice loop. And here is the north pasture. There are actually horses in here, so let's see what they're up to. I still haven't gotten that tree out of here. Now that the day job is ramping up, a little less time for that stuff. So this is where I've done the hack and squirt. If you look through there, most of the trees are either dead or dying. It's opening up quite well. I did so in here as well, but not to the same extent. I have to watch out. I got horse shit all around me, and this fence is live now. Where I've been clearing, what we're going to do in here is kind of evolving. I was trying to save oak trees, but all of the oak trees in here are black oaks. So I'm not sure if we'll save all of those or if we'll plant a few scattered bur oaks in here, or what we'll do. We've got a lot of grass coming up in here, which means there's a lot more light. It's getting late, so the the angle of the sun isn't going to get in, especially in this part, but yeah, it's much clearer in here now. I still got to get in here and do some more whacking. Get some more of these trees out of here. But it remains to be seen exactly what we're going to do here. Now that we have more easy pasture up top, do we just make this into oak savanna with grazable grass for use, in the dead of the summer when the cool season grass is kind of scarce? That's an idea. I really think I need to get in here and do some girdling. I mean, some of these trees are just not responding to the heck and squirt like they should. Some have died back, but some are just hanging on way too long. I actually seen one white oak back there. I really didn't do much of an inventory, but that is a red oak. I mean, you can have red oak in a savanna, in an oak savanna, but it's one of the lesser trees. You really need the white oaks, the bur oak and white oak, because of their fire resistance. As we come out of the woods here on the far end, as I've said earlier, I thinned this out 2 years ago. Not hugely, but it was thinned out. And you can see all the grass that's grown in here now. Unfortunately, we would like to switch to prairie grasses. These are all bunch grasses. You can tell by the way they're growing. So I'm not sure what is growing down here. If this is orchard grass or what it is. I know I threw some bluegrass in here, but none of this appears to be bluegrass. This grass right here is so long it's hard to walk through. Let's see if Mr. Mark wants to come over and say hi. Hello, Mr. Mark. Bluesy. Come on, big girl. They don't want to come by me. I'm pretty boring. If I had an obvious treat in my hand, they'd be here in a flash. Mark's a real curious horse, though. I'm surprised he doesn't come over here to see what's in my hand. But I guess he's getting used to cameras. Got walnuts all over the ground here. Come on, big horse. Yeah, this is their favorite pasture. This is bluegrass pasture. Hi, big boy. Oh, you could use a mask, huh? Now get the ladies down here and get your mask on. You're such a good boy. Yeah, that's a camera. Oh, I hate flies too. I'll send them down here. They'll get your mask on, big boy. Okay, and then this is one of my other cleared areas. That little chestnut that I had came over and tried to save. I put the mesh back around it. The rabbits girdled it, so I had to cut off the original, and this is shooting out of the old stump. The wind keeps blowing this off, so I really need to get a bigger net around this. They don't really mess with them in the summer, but as soon as food starts getting scarce, because this has the smooth bark, they'll come and girdle it, and the deer will come and bite the tops off, but nothing seems to be messing with it right now. Yeah, this is another area that I'm killing back. I got to get down in here and do a little more trimming and a little more glyphosate. I'm taking out these trees too, the majority of them, except for the ones with the blue band. Yeah, this is pretty much a disaster area. Lots of junk trees and invasive plants, and right now this is either going to be prairie grass, or I might grow this whole area from the road this way with common milkweed, or possibly a variety of milkweeds. It's so invasive, I don't want it up right by the house. We're going to change that out and put purple milkweed there, prairie milkweed. So this might be a good place for the common. Yeah, a lot of stuff is starting to grow back already. Got to get down here and spray. You get seeds. This is a continuation of the ditch. It goes all the way up to my gardens up there, so the seed makes it down here. So there'll be flowers here as well. That's the prunings from the hedging in the vineyard. It's a hell of a lot, eh? It's going to make a big fire. Got some both powdery mildew and right here downy mildew, but it's not real bad. I sprayed for it today, so it shouldn't spread too much. There's downy again, downy on the other underside of that one. I should get in here and prune some of that stuff off. There's a dead Japanese beetle. I sprayed 7 in here, so there's dead Japanese beetles everywhere. Yeah, that's all downy mildew right there. It's only on a few vines, and it's mostly down on the north end of the vineyard, so I would like to get down here tomorrow morning and prune off some of them bad leaves like that. It's mostly the very newest leaves. Yeah, a little case of summer rot. And there is the nice purple grapes. So the vineyard is actually looking quite well. Not too much to do here. Well, it's always kind of a lot. I got to get in and do some weeding. Get some of these big weeds like that out of here. Do a little bit of pruning and a little bit of positioning. Like these new vines are, they're kind of just flopping around right now. A couple things I missed when I hedged. But other than that, the vineyard's not much different than the last time I showed you. Just a little cleaner now. There's a big cluster. Yeah, these wine grapes, this type Marquette, doesn't get real big. Tiny little grapes. They'll get bigger, but they're nothing like the Concord up by the house. Yeah, no Japanese beetles. They are all dead. Okay, we'll go check out the pasture across the street. My daughter cut this today. Yeah, she got in here and mowed. She got pretty far. What we're doing is seeing how far she can mow, trying to get a little further each time. See, like this would stop her, so she mowed around this. So now I got to get in here and kill any of these that are growing here. That's a little tree. Get in and kill those, walk through and spray them. And then she will get in here and take the wheelbarrow there and pick up, 5 feet or so, like connect where she cut here with where she cut over here, clean this area here. Then next time she'll be able to come right through here with the mower, which is getting us, we're probably halfway down to the fence in this area. But I do need to get down and spray these little sucker trees. It's like an endless job. I think I'm gonna spray crossbow this time. I'll mix my own. It's 2,4-D and trichoplyr with a non-ionic surfactant. Wow, she actually went through here. She goes crazy on that zero turn. Oh, and she went through there too. Wow. One hell of a brave kid. Well, it looks like a good place to walk through. So it'll probably only take 1 tank of the crossbow to knock this stuff down, to knock the trees and persistent weeds down, which is getting pretty good. And the more she mows, the less I have to do every time. So next year, a lot of these trees will be gone, and we'll have them flush cut to the ground, so she'll be able to mow right all through here as well. Soon this will be pasture, and we're planting bur oak in here next year, widely spaced, where some of these other trees are right now. Well, near to where they are. But looking quite good in here. Early tomorrow morning, if the weather if the temperature and wind conditions are right, I'm going to get in here and spray. It's supposed to rain tomorrow evening, but I only need like 3-4 hours for this stuff to dry and soak in. And then the rain will accelerate how fast it circulates through the plant. So hopefully I can knock back the rest of this stuff. It gets harder and harder for this stuff to grow the longer you get into the season. At some point it just won't even come back anymore. Like I've knocked this back several times, and now it's relatively short. But I do need to get in here with the chainsaw. I need to get everywhere with the chainsaw. It's going to get a big workout this fall and all through the winter. I'm going to pre-mark all the trees, and I'm going to cut all winter. Even if I only get 1 or 2 trees a day on some of the days, that'll be a whole hell of a lot of trees. Yeah, I can't tell if she came through here. It looks like she had to, because the horses do the same thing, but it looks like she came through here and down here. That girl's nuts. I mean, she'll have to do it in the end, but she's awful good with a zero turn, that's for sure. Yeah, it really looks nice in here. It's clearing up nice. Come fall, gotta gather up all these logs, and it's gonna be a lot of fires this fall. All those birch are coming out, either in the fall or over the winter, so those make for a good fire. I think I started this YouTube channel right after the spring burn. I took out all of the trees, all in this whole area here, and burned the majority of them. There's very few things on the ground. I mean, this is nothing. This is probably from one tree. These are just ones that escaped me because I was cutting up there. I would dice them off of a log and they'd roll down the hill. I just cut these stumps here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I got 4 or 5. Yeah, I got one up there too. I need to get down here very soon. Maybe I'll just do that tomorrow. I have some mixtures of stump remover that I made myself, and I want to try out a few different ones. So I'm going to mark the trees and try different formulas, as well as commercial stuff, and see what happens. The commercial stuff I can make, if it works good enough, I can make, 50 pounds of stump remover for the price of one little 8-ounce thing of the commercial stuff that you buy at the big box store. So I'm hoping it works. Yeah, she came through here too. All through this mess. Yeah, she cut everywhere. She cut around all the stumps and stuff. Those I will need to just cut off at the ground. But the ones back here I'm going to rot out. They're mostly birch. And birch rots so fast, it's incredible. Yeah, this is all set up for a fire. I dice the rest of this stuff up, put it on top of there, and start burning. But between the horses and my daughter, this is all clipped down pretty well. The horses did all this. But I still need to get in here and use crossbow and be done with this stuff. Crossbow should take out these things permanently. A trichopler by itself should, and 2,4-D by itself should. But it hasn't yet. So they're pretty damn persistent, so I'm gonna do it with crossbow. There's another burn pile. Yeah, I'm really surprised she got in here and cut. I'm gonna bet that the mower blades are pretty dinged up. I have to get those sharpened as well. Lots and lots of tasks. And these are finally mostly dying back. They've been hacked and squirted several times, but I've found, for some odd reason, that birch is really tough to kill, so I should just come. It would only take me, 20 minutes to come through here and girdle all these. So that's probably what I need to do. The biggest problem with girdling them is a stiff wind comes along, which we have lots and lots of. It can take the trees down, and we don't want these up here going into the shelter. Gonna have to do some special cutting and get them to drop that way. Do some nice hinges on them and hope everything goes right. So I can't girdle these. I'll have to just do another hack and squirt on them. I've hacked them and squirted them, and I've done it several times. I'll have to get in there and go all the way around and knock these things down. But the grass is growing pretty well in here. It served the purpose. It thinned this canopy out enough so that there's a lot of light getting in here, which was what was needed. I think I got one last task in this area. Yep. The weeds. And we got some trees there, but I'll hit this stuff on my way into the pasture with the crossbow. But I got to get this stuff knocked back, the stuff in the dry lot there, and then I got to come through here with glyphosate. This is my new junkyard here. I'm trying to keep it clean, but this is where I'm storing, all my junk. Ladders, deer stands, patio equipment. We could even sit back here. It's kind of nice here. Yeah, this is a good place to sit. I don't mind looking at this stuff. This is dust collection pipe for my woodworking. At some point, that needs to get set up. This was on the jointer, I believe. That pipe up there ran along the wall, and this dropped down to catch the jointer. Haven't been able to do any woodworking for years now. Well, while we've been here, we didn't have the building, but now I have it set up in there, and I'll be able to roll tools out and work this winter if I want. Well, that'll wrap up this walkabout. I don't know how much of this stuff I'll get done tomorrow, but I got to try to get a good 7 hours in the morning before it rains or anything, and then get on to my day job. Well, make sure that you subscribe, hit the like button, and click on the little update icon if you want to be updated when we post new videos. Thanks for watching, and have yourself a great day.